of hearing the willpower, pole story, and pace. Let's watch that, what happened with Hildebrand.
Oh, right in the back of James Jakes.
Okay, now Hildebrand, he made contact.
To let Simona by, and that's what happened. Maybe.
This will tell us.
What? Oh.
Who was that? That was Will Power.
Oh, boy.
That was Will Power.
Here, anywhere.
Here it is from Will's view.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
The heck?
You know, you hear a lot about distracted driving.
Simona Di Silvestra's car. Look up ahead on the right. She's saying,
so,
if that number 12 is damaged, I'm just in the Hildebrand incident.
In rally driving, this is called the Scandinavian flick. The left rear goes out, then he releases the brake, the right rear goes out. He got into the tires, but clearly a wounded race car at this point.
The Midas car was Rahal.
So Graham's just trying to follow in line here. All of a sudden, as you said, Wally, everybody just flat woed up in front of him, and the stack up happened. Nothing. How this happened. 3 wide. He locks up the front brakes there. That wasn't the contact, but I guess we're going to see an accordion effect here. Boom, right there. And now he's lost the damage I don't see on Tagliani's car. Now Tag's going to back off, do the over-under. He ducks inside. He's got the outside lane now. He knows Kimball's there, and when Kimball overshoots the corner, Tag's got nowhere to go. Marty?
Well, Brian, we'll have to see how they're going to get him back out. Now, take a look. This is from Simon Pagenaud's on board. Hinchcliffe right there in the green 27.
Pagenaud made a good decision. He thought about it for a second and backed off, but there you see the ricochet effect. Viso on board with Charlie Kimball as we watch the two go at it in front.
And that was really similar to Kimball's deal earlier in the same spot.
You know what I think happened? Last chance to make a move. Let's see what happened here with Hunter-Reay, or sorry, Pagenaud with Marco coming. Now, Pagenaud moves to the right, to the inside. Again, I think Marco should not have forced that. He should have gone to the outside. I don't think they're going to call front brakes.
Oh, 3 wide started this.
On board with Elio. That was Tagliani out to the right. Elio arrives fast on the scene.
How?
And runs into the back of his teammate. Oh.
Wow, talk about all of a sudden that accordion effect. They stop in a hurry.
On board here with James Jakes.
Now watch how late he brakes.
I'm looking for a hole.
Oh, Ryan Hunter-Reay, 4 wide.
Boy, yeah, that was
quite work.
a little too deep. He came shooting across 3 bows, I think.
Watch Scott Dixon take evasive action from the blue and white HP car of Simon Pagenaud. This is on board Castroneves. Watch to your right, up ahead. Castroneves has to take evasive action. Dixon's there. There was no malice in that. It was just one of those accordion effects, but sideways accordion.
On board with TK, I'm sure he's paranoid about that right hand getting any damage on these restarts. Lucky he gets a clean run through there.
It's an area of this track that bites, and bites regularly.
Locks up a right front, and there is no forgiveness in this track if you blow the front.
On board with Pagenaud. And here, Elio.
He tries to go around the outside.
And poor Pagenaud just...
Inside, clear.
Hildebrand, driver for the National Guard. And we have troops over in Afghanistan.
Exactly right, Eddie, because that's a point where J.R. Hildebrand was probably being a little bit too
Going yellow, going yellow.
And giving...
Let's see if we can see what happened.
On board, a lot of movement out of the steering wheel. Look at him feed the steering wheel and going up towards the wall. We're going to watch here from Will Power's car from the Verizon camera. Look ahead, just a little bit away from the white line, and great move by Will Power. Canadian Alex Tagliani, you can see how high he is. He doesn't want to get off the gas because he knows he'll cost himself spots, but watch it, the steering wheel comes out from his hands. A moment. Down by the white line, all good. A little twitch, which means the back end of the car is loose, collects it the same way that James Hinchcliffe did. Going through
the 3rd time he gets crashed out. It starts here.
He takes his hands off the wheel so he doesn't get a hand injury. We'll watch this one more time. On board with James Hinchcliffe. Watch how narrow the track gets up here. as a driver like James, you're hoping that you don't run over anything that's going to pump.
From Ryan Briscoe's point of view.
That's two cars fighting for one piece of road.
Got nudged, and in he goes.
You would know the car is there. It's a very difficult thing to police, and we had some problems with that in practice here.
Oh, the back end just comes around. So what he's been asking for is a driver. Let's watch on board here. And Charlie Kimball. See, that is just going straight.
Suggests she spun.
View from Graham Rahal's car.
Whoops. So lucky to get away with that. Let's see it on board here, David.
Green.
Oh, teammates. Graham Rahal into the back of his. And this is the view from Graham Rahal's Midas machine.
Now Anna Beatriz a few laps down. She's only got 6 laps on the tires. Goes to try to make a move. Has the big washout.
120 miles an hour at the start. They're obviously going less, but here we'll have a very good view from inside the cockpit. Everything's fine at this point. He got loose, dramatically loose turning in.
You know, I don't think there was really anything too much wrong with that. I'm sort of speculating that maybe something portion of the race or will end up affecting the car handling or brake. There it goes.
I'm amazed it didn't snap off.
So am I.
You can't.
Classic defensive move by Graham right up the inside. Now here, Vautier, he's got a wheel on Graham, but he loses a little bit there and then tries to hang in there, and you just can't do that through that section. It's too narrow.
Yeah. What a shame. Replay transitioning to a replay. You're on board with Briscoe looking at Wilson, and Kimball's up ahead. There goes Justin on the inside. Boof. Ow! That's how that happened. Now, how did Saavedra end up on Kimball? Well, let's show you what happened here.
Will Power doing the classic fade to the outside, so Dario thinks he's going to the outside, and then he just goes for the dive bomb. But man, that was...
Live help James Jakes. This was nasty.
What happened here? Let's watch. Oh!
I think he lost it. Well, I think it lost it on the curbing at the previous.
On board with Power.
So right there, Power will have no idea that a car is trying to force the issue on the outside, and they just run out of road.
Demon F1600 Honda-powered car. This is what happened to Elliott. To Oriole.
Just a little bit of wheel spin there. The car gets really light. -G. Wheel spin leads to getting loose, and man, I'll bet he's...
But take a look at this. You ride with Scott Dixon, second in the championship. This is Mr. Mid-Ohio. Watch this. Oh, just tagged Marco.
You're absolutely right. No contact from behind. I think everybody checked up more than he expected. Oh, he got into Castroneves.
Yeah. So now you wonder if Castroneves got any damage.
Ready.
That's just 3 cars in a part of the track that is normally a one-groove area. I don't put that on Marco at all.
On board with Pagenaud. Watch this. There'll be a side-on collision between these 2 cars. Here it comes.
I mean, Marco was there.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, you could say Graham kind of turned into the...
On his return after 9 races away. This is what it looked like for Graham Rahal.
See, Graham really lost a lot of momentum here because he had to jump on the brakes because of Scott Dixon.
And he's got to jump on the brakes here again with the checkup.
Right. And there's what Marco does. I mean, like you said, there's no room for 3 cars there.
No, he was just
but
putting
that
in a
wasn't really
spot.
Marco's fault.
I think it was one of those situations.
What we were talking about. We'll watch this replay again. You can see
it's on board
Briscoe.
Oh, he's going to get into James Jakes. Oh, getting around JR.
Now, they might be able to play that off as...
Right in front and around Elio Castroneves. Take a look here. He does a great job not running into... Oh, he did run into the back a little bit, but no damage to his wing.
He hit the back to put that on Scott. You would expect the crew member to do everything
he
can
to get out of the way. See how he's pushing the white line right here?
Yeah, but watch this guy. Look at him. Look at him walk there with the tire in his hand.
Didn't even look like he was looking at Scott.
Well, it didn't look like he made any effort to get the tire out of the way. He just sort of hung it out, and it just...
moment. Keep your eyes on this.
Yeah, he's going to be put in the center here, I think. Yeah, right there.
Oh boy!
Great job keeping that car straight.
His right front was off the ground.
Briscoe was in the mix. Yeah, here's Briscoe. A little bit of damage on the front left wing. He goes inside Simona Di Silvestro and James Davison.
Oh, yeah, he just clobbered Kimball there.
Davison was lucky to get away with that. Looked like for Charlie Kimball, the last round winner.
I think all you're going to see is him go around.
Yeah.
You're not going to see much.
And unfortunately for Briscoe, that I've been in that situation before.
He drove back in front. I was like, well, how did these guys get underneath them?
Briscoe's on board. Check this out. EJ Viso up ahead. Wow, there was contact there for sure.
He got turned left.
Looks like.
Oh, you know what? I think that may have been James Davison.
They could just be shocked if they can run a full run with the damage that they have on the front.
All right, let's watch Elio at the last second. He decides to try to tuck in on Newgarden. He just flat gets it wrong.
Yeah, there was no.
That's the end fence. Just breaks a little too deep, locks him up, can't make the corner.
So the fuzzy Chevrolet just speared.
Smart guys that are just going to the outside to take the overshoot.
On board with Oriol Servia. How does it look from his view?
I mean, Rahal was about going as slow as you could go.
He was doing
scrubbing the wall.
I mean, Graham was doing everything he could to stay. He was right up against the wall. He can't get any further over. But I think you're right. I don't think Dixon had any idea. You know what I think? Dixon decided at the last second to try to.
This is Elio Castroneves.
And you know, when things start to accord and everything backs up, there's not a whole lot you can do in this situation. When this happens in front of you, high corner like that.
Charlie Kimball's view?
There's no place to go.
No.
There's no exit here.
And the problem is your foot is off the brake and on the throttle, ready to exit, ready to get a jump on the guy in front of you.
Now, that was a good exit.
That was smart there from Charlie Kimball. Yeah. Down into turn one.
So I'm on board here with Graham with you guys at home, and watch Graham at the last second just kind of pokes his nose here. I think he thought Dixon was going to stay wide on the line he was on and follow Bourdais through. Again, that's just a terrible set of circumstances for everybody. That's a chain reaction.
Yep.
Dixon pops, and then Power just pops to make a run on Bourdais with too much downforce to lose it at that point.
Yeah, if you look at it, like Townsend pointed out, Power had a run on Bourdais, and he was taking that last second to make the move.
Looked like from Oriol Servia's view.
Now Servia's watching Graham. He thinks he's got room, but he locks up as well.
He locked up too.
You still want to have that front brake bias, Wally?
Maybe not. I was saying earlier, these guys have been knocking on the door of a great finish.
Watch Servia's left front right there. Going to lock up at the last second. He can't turn.
And that's why he nailed him, because he could not only stop, but he couldn't turn.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the guy who told us the only one stuck. This is how it all went down. The view from Graham Rahal.
Yeah, once you commit like that.
So that was Bourdais into the back of Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Graham Rahal trying to push Hinchcliffe out of the way. And here, as you said, Lee, here's Kimball.
And you can just see him creeping by everybody, because that's what you have to do when you're back there and you're picking your way through the field.
Inside.
But I would say this, he should get on a plane right after this race and go right to Vegas.
Yeah.
That's where
This is what it looked like for Elio. Look to the right-hand side. You'll see the stalled car. Close call for Franchitti as well. To TK.
You can hear. There she goes. Yeah, something looks like something gave up in the end.
Brakes. He lost the brakes, guys. The brake temperatures went through the.
That was the view from Oriol Servia. This will tell us more. There goes Conway. Oh. So Mike Conway and Elio Graham,
you know, he's going to set Vautier up on this next right-hander, and he actually did. I mean, he went under there, and they both gave each other enough room. Unfortunately, Simona hit the curb and really took them both out.
Well, hang on.
That's really avoidable.
He's following Pagenaud here. Going through a fast left. It's exactly what happened. So he got right up under the back of Pagenaud. He lost the front downforce on the wing, got slightly offline, hit the marbles. On board with Simon Pagenaud. And we're going to watch. Whoa, who's that? That's Takuma Sato right up the inside.
You're clear, you're clear.
Fortunately, the defense kept the car in the racetrack.
This is Graham Rahal arriving on the scene.
Full course yellow, full course yellow.
A lot more. We saw this a little bit earlier between Carpenter and Charlie Kimball. A little bit of contact there. Boy, Carpenter's lucky he didn't get out.
Here's the replay. It's Oriol Servia in the National Guard car. Watch to your right. Whoa. Oh.
Yeah, just nailed the pod there. But I'll tell you what.
Take a ride with Oriol Servia.
Now you watch Wilson down on the left. He just gets a little bit loose there. Servia's got to make a decision, so he goes high. But out of nowhere, Newgarden comes slamming up the racetrack. So Servia made the right decision, but obviously Newgarden got hit and threw it up into Servia. Look at that front of that car.
This is a view from James Jakes. He was one of the last to arrive on the scene.
He could not see anything. Just completely lost vision.
And you heard what sounded like maybe an axle or something off of Servia's car hit at that.
Servia was there.
And that was a nasty hit from Vautier.
You know, we talked about it earlier. These cars, the tires now have all the grip, and that's where I think the seams become trouble. It's when you have that much grip on these cars and you hit that.